Well, good evening, everyone. Hello, John. I'm your individual evaluator today. But actually, this is my first time, so I'll do my best. I would like to talk about your speech in three main parts. The first would be your structure, and then the advantages you may exploit more in the future, and then the last would be your improvement based on my humble suggestion. So let's go. Let's look at your structure first. In the opening of your speech, you describe the home, or you define the home can be the lab 217, and I think this is quite interesting because anyone who wants to know you more can know more by knowing your home first, which is the lab 217. So this is quite good. Well done. And you made a comparison next, which was, you say some students have their own department and some don't. But does everyone who has their own department can grab the feeling of home in their department? The answer is simply no. So this is quite inspiring. You encourage the audience to think about this question. So I like that. And let's move on to your body part. You share your personal story, mainly to emphasize that in lab 217 you like to study there because it's not too silent and it's not too noisy as well. It's not either. So, and you also describe the physical feature of lab 217. For example, you can there are a lot of rag dolls there, and you can take a nap there. And there are also spiritual features, such as you found a lot of friends there, and you grabbed the feeling of peace there. So in your body part, it's quite fruitful. And then in your ending, you ask a question: have you found out your wonderland? And I also think that it is adequate for your speech because after listening to your speech, you might encourage the audience to find out their wonderland, the place where they truly belong to. So basically, your structure was quite healthy. And then I would like to talk about your advantages you can exploit more in the future. The first would be the vocal variety. And I perceive that you perform the vocal variety quite well, but only at some time. That was transient, and it disappeared very soon. For example, you say, do you think lab 217 consists of a lot of computers? And you say, no, like this. So it was the opposition vocal variety that made the audience laugh. And it's also because of you, it is you, John, that you say these words that make the audience laugh. For example, if I were to say these words, maybe they won't laugh. So this leads to the second advantage, which is your humor ability. For example, you put continuous 5 pictures saying that this is the ragdoll, and ragdoll, right? So I think this is your intuitive idea based on your personality, because I think you're a funny guy. You're really interesting. So maybe in the future you write your script. You can consider more about this. Just put more funny ideas in your script, and don't mind that the audience would not like it. And the third one would be the ability to arouse the emotion. I perceive that you mentioned, you asked several questions in your speech, such as blah blah blah, and then right, but I don't know whether you expect the audience to give you the response. But if even they want to give you a response, you left too few time for them to give you a response. You move on to your next sentence too soon. So if you really want the audience to give you feedback, you can take the example of Amy or Jack. They tend to ask a lot of questions during their speeches, and then the audience are all very enjoyable and in answering their questions. But okay, so let's move to your improvement part. The first would be your voice confidence. I noticed that your voice quivered a little bit. I don't know why, but maybe it takes more practice for you to feel better. And then the second one is still about the confidence, to be standing on the stage. And I think it still takes more practice, but maybe I can provide a way for you to think. You can think that you are an emperor of this. You're an emperor of this room, because when you deliver your speech, because everyone has to listen to you, right? So you're the king of the teddy bear, so you can be the king of the TM when you deliver your speech. So TME.